It is Monday, not Tuesday, like I've said in the past. This is Not a Clue Podcast. My name is Brad.
I'm not.
That's CD. And we have...
Intern Kenneth.
The intern Kenneth is here.
I made it.
He made it.
With tacos.
He's got his tacos. I got my Chinese food. Everything's good.
I don't have my tacos anymore.
Well, he had his tacos. I still have my entire dish of Chinese food to eat. So thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. I'll do the normal whoring before we get going on the show. You're listening to Spreaker.com/show/NotACluePodcast, Facebook.com/NotACluePodcast, Twitter @NotACluePod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Not a Clue is the first name of the channel. All one word. Podcast is the second. Not a Clue Podcast on Instagram. Don't post very often there, but occasionally I throw some. Hi, Bella. Oh, Bella wants a toy. Okay. Yeah, screw it. That's good enough. So.
I think you hit everything.
Yeah.
But, like one.
Oh yeah, Not a Clue Podcast. Yahoo.com.
Yeah, that one.
There we go. So, yesterday, thank you everybody who tuned in for our fantasy football special, where we did our live draft in-house here. A very good turnout. We had over 100 views on it, so that's very good. Not to toot our own horn, but beat friggin' beat.
Toot, bitches, toot.
So thank you everybody who did that. Last year was our most popular thing we did as well, so I guess our specials, like our Super Bowl one was kind of popular, and our fantasy football one has been popular. So thank you guys for the support and everything. We do appreciate it. But let's talk about that real quick. Oh, not real quick, because I know we can go on this for a very long time. I'll start with the intern. How did you like your team, and how do you think the draft turned out?
I mean, the draft's always great. As sitting as a group of people having a grand old time, giving each other a good ribbing, as the British say. The fuck? Exactly.
I've also heard a good ribbing in other types of movies.
No. I get extra ribbing on my.
For your pleasure and hers?
Yes.
No, it's just for his.
I mean,
He likes the rough feel.
sandpaper.
Typical KA.
But my team wise, not gonna lie, I'm weak in the quarterback position. I know I am. Wide receivers, I got a few people I took some risks on, but all in all, I was happy with.
Risks can end up reaping such a reward in fantasy, especially if it's deeper in the draft, then it doesn't really matter as much. But if it's your first round pick and they just sit out the entire season.
But I got the 3 RBs I was looking to get. First round pick being Le'Veon Bell. Took a little bit of a chance with him not playing football for a freaking year and etc.
I still can't find the draft order for Chris's league.
Dawkins?
Yeah.
He posted it in the message board.
What does that say?
Message board. League fees.
You see anything else?
I don't see anything.
I got it. It came through on mine. I was 6. Or we were 6. Because when it came through, I was like, oh, there's my team name. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Oh, and no, that was basically it. I covered my team. That.
Who do you think your biggest surprise that fell to you?
Well, it was T.Y. Hilton, easy. I got him in the, 5th round? Yeah. I got T.Y. in the 5th round, and...
I don't know, you want the borders back there?
I got it.
I didn't take a picture like I normally do.
But, getting him in the 5th was probably my steal. And...
Nah.
No? I don't think I had another steal in the draft.
Without luck?
I know his value goes down,
Way down.
but I still think it's going to be good enough. He's still going to be the number 1 target there.
No.
You think Eves is going to get more at the tight end spot?
Just because now you can play a DB over the top of him now. You're not worried about, Luck can fit it into tighter holes and make better throws than Brissett. So, that's why I was scared off from him. That's why I didn't take him. I was like, fuck that. I ain't touching him.
And then I got Robbie Anderson late, too, which I thought was
I love Robbie
okay.
Anderson.
I think Jets are going to be surprising people a little bit this year with the addition of a running back and second year for Sam Darnold. And Robbie Anderson had a good finish to last season. also a flyer. You know, the bonus points for deep threats helps out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hence why I took Godwin in the 6th round.
Yeah, that's why I took. I don't know who I took in the 6th round. I'm looking at it and still don't know.
That's kind of funny.
But that's how I felt about my
I
draft.
took Russell Wilson in the 6th round.
Still not a bad pick.
That's a horrible pick. I hate taking quarterbacks.
Where is? How can I find out the who got picked where?
You might not be able to.
No, there should be a draft order. It's been I've seen it in baseball and stuff before too.
I know I can as a
Hold on, I got the photo.
because I have it up right now.
You say I got the photo too.
I have the draft up by round.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see.
David Johnson in the 2nd round was a steal for me.
Oh yeah, no, he fell.
I'm a little mad. James Conner and Nick Chubb went right before him, though.
I was one of the ones that took Chubb.
He took Chubb, and the Russian took
Kana.
Conner.
I'm sweating so terrible.
I see that.
Just for optics, I would have taken Connor, and then Mike Evans. He went Mike Evans and then Chubb.
Yeah, I know. It's the homer in him.
Yeah.
He's a dumbass.
It's the homer in
I
him.
passed on OBJ. He's still a giant to me.
Yeah, so somebody at this table did end up with OBJ.
I got him in 3 other leagues, so.
I got him in 2nd round in this league.
Yep. Number 17.
Not a bad pick.
I got him in the third round in. Was that the 3rd round in Josh's league?
No, 2nd round.
Was it 2nd?
Yeah.
Honestly, best quarterback combination I think in our league right now is Josh.
Well, when you take Mahomes in the 3rd round,
Well, I also think Trubisky's going to have a good year fantasy point wise.
I hope he does.
well, having a
As
good
a
year,
Chicago Bear fan.
having a good year fantasy wise
Doesn't translate necessarily to the team.
because you can throw for 4,030
Yeah.
touchdowns and
And have your team
27 picks.
be playing
Look at
catch
Eli.
up ball all day long.
Look at Eli. He,
42.99. That was
Yeah.
part of the tweet I did.
so I'm like, that don't mean.
Yep. But
You know, Dak Prescott was a better fantasy quarterback than Russell Wilson last year.
yeah, because I had Russell Wilson on my fantasy team last year.
I had him on a couple teams. I got him again.
I know.
Well, quarterbacks.
Hey,
was
he's got a little better roster
they were
around him
going
this
way
year.
too early for me. Like
Oh no, that's why I
Mahomes
got
in
the 2
third
I
round.
got.
I'm like, holy shit.
I mean,
Yankees.
I got Lamar Jackson and Jameis Winston in 8-9 because I kind of stuck to the.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I kind of stuck to the fuck the quarterback until after I get these other positions
I was
secured.
thinking that, but last year it destroyed me in the playoffs.
And
Well, and that's why I was the last person to pull the trigger. It said actually Yahoo thankfully pointed out to me that I was the last person to pull the trigger on quarterbacks.
Who the hell did you take?
Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I had to start taking them because
That's why I wanted to get.
oh no, I was surprised when you drafted Dak after I grabbed Winston because I was like, shit, that's who I was hoping to get with my
I was
next.
taking one of them too. If you would have taken Dak, I would have taken
Jameis
no
or Lamar?
Wentz.
Yeah, Jameis.
Wentz.
Oh, Wentz.
Carson
Wentz.
Wentz.
Okay. I didn't take Wentz.
No, you didn't. I was because after you took Jameis,
Oh,
I was looking at the 2 Wentz and Dak, and I'm thinking just the only reason I took Dak is because of what's the name's injury history.
Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wentz was already off the board.
Was he?
Yeah, they went Wentz Rivers back to back from Bill.
Before I took Dak?
I'm pretty sure. Or am I looking at it the wrong way? It's he was still gone before. He was gone the round before.
Yeah, because he took Wentz, then Rivers, then you took Winston,
Yeah,
then Kenyon Drake, then I took Dak.
yeah.
Then she took Brady, and then he took Roethlisberger, Trubisky. Round 8 was the quarterback.
That was definitely the quarterback round.
well, once they all started flying, people are like, "Oh God!"
Well, I mean, 2 quarterback league, you got to start scrapping.
Yeah, because when people
7 quarterbacks went in the 8th round, and in a 13 pick thing, it was 9 quarterbacks. 10 quarterbacks in a 15 pick in a 15 round span. like, holy. It was like, all right, I'm taking this quarterback.
Well, once they all started leaving, and I'm sitting there going, holy fuck, I got like Roethlisberger is the best available one. I'm like, well, that's the trigger. Because I didn't want to be like last year where I got one good one, and then I was like, I'm good after this. And then it was like,
yeah, I got one good one, and I'm like,
I got.
yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of Stafford. I just hate that I'm going to have to go against him twice as my personal team. And then have to root for him fantasy-wise. I hate that.
I actually took 3 quarterbacks this year.
That's odd for you. You did it in Josh's league, too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it was the that shit don't count.
Yeah, I only took
Still a
2.
QB,
I took Brissett.
Yep.
You did.
I was gonna take him if you would have left him there.
I took him in 13th round.
Yep. That instead of me taking Mark Andrews in the 13th, I would have took Jacoby Brissett.
Actually, he looked right at me after.
Actually, got 2
the pick
tight
went.
ends, too.
After the pick went, he goes, yep, I'm done with quarterbacks. Like, literally, he said that to me.
Because that was the only guy I wanted. Like, I was gonna get him because I think he's gonna. I only need him for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was mine.
And I was,
Actually, no, I think I'll play matchup with Brissett.
and that's what I was.
I think
Because his legs can also get him points, too.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson will start every week, except his bye week, obviously. And
Yeah, keep him in there for the bye week. No
Dak-
big deal.
Dak
Yeah,
might play.
I was
Dak
gonna
will
say
play almost every game.
you're gonna have to sit Dak probably against the Eagles.
No,
You don't think so?
no. It'll just be whoever Brissett's playing against. Like if he's going up against, I don't know.
The Jets.
No, not the Jets.
Sorry,
I'm not fucking with Jamal Adams.
sorry. The Dolphins.
Yes, most likely, or the Bills, or I don't know, Washington, somebody like that.
Speaking of Dolphins, I was a big fan of your Kalen Balazs pick.
I'll trade him to you. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
It was just fucking. I'll take Kalen Balazs.
Because if his guy, you had Drake, right?
No,
Was it you that got Drake? Oh,
No.
I thought you said you got Drake.
no, I didn't get Drake.
But whoever got him.
My running backs are Le'Veon Bell, Nick Chubb, Tevin Coleman, and Latavius Murray.
Okay. We'll say. Why don't we just say our teams just that way?
They got fucking 5 running backs.
CD, list off your team so that people.
Oh fuck! I just moved away from
Here,
that.
I can list it off. I have
I
it.
was
Right
gonna say I got it right here too.
here. Okay. Well, if you want to list it off, go ahead.
Yeah, while you're eating.
Yeah, go ahead.
So CD in the first round drafted Michael Thomas. Second round was David Johnson. Third round Damian Williams. Fourth round Julian Edelman. Fifth round Aaron Jones. I really like that pick.
I'll trade you.
I know we were discussing already that.
Actually, no. I think Aaron Jones is off limits now.
Sixth round Russell Wilson. Seventh OJ Howard.
I'll trade you.
Eighth Dak Prescott. Ninth Day Westbrook. Fuck you for taking that.
Needy.
Whatever. 10th DJ Moore.
So nice. His mama named him twice.
11th Shady McCoy.
I'll trade you.
12th Golden Tate. 13th Jacoby Brissett. 14th Tim Trey Burton. 15th Balaj. Bellagio. Then you got Denver's defense and Greg Joseph.
Who I've already dropped.
You draft Greg Joseph?
Well, that didn't, but I'm about to.
So that was
Because he's not the starter.
Solara's dad's team.
Okay. List off yours next, Keith.
All right.
You can do mine
For
also.
for team, yes, you Kenneth. We had in the first round Le'Veon Bell. Second round was Nick Chubb. Third round George Kittle. Fourth round Amari Cooper. Fifth round T.Y. Hilton. Sixth round Chris Godwin. Seventh round Tevin Coleman. Eighth was Jameis Winston. Ninth Lamar Jackson. 10th was Robbie Anderson. 11th was Anthony Miller. 12th Latavius Murray. 13th Mark Andrews. 14th first kicker off the board Greg the Leg.
He's so proud of that.
15th Kenny Stills. 16th Dallas defense. And then in the 17th round Kiki Kuti. And then for Brad, who's munching away, the no use for a name. We had him in the first round. By the way, hold on. CD, I didn't tell you guys, had pick 7 in the draft. I had pick 9 in the draft. Brad had pick 4 in the draft here. With his first round pick was Zeke Elliott. Then he went OBJ. Then Keenan Allen. He's got Zach Ertz. Leonard Fournette. Derrick Henry was next. Austin Eckler in the following round. Then he's got his little quarterback run here of Big Ben Roethlisberger, Matthew Stafford. And he went with Corey Davis, Will Fuller. Got Ronald Jones. Who? Jimmy G. Eric Ebron. Tony Pollard, his handcuff for Zeke.
Sorry.
I'm
Bad music for Tony Pollard.
I don't. I'm not going to say this guy's name. It's the Texans kicker.
Ukaya Fabian?
That guy. And New England's defense, which I was shocked we're still on the board, honestly.
I know. I was like, oh, New England's there.
I don't take defenses that early.
That was my
That
last
was
pick.
the very. Like, you had a defense before he did.
Because I drafted phone.
No, you didn't draft defense in the last round.
No, Dad. Oh, I took the kick in the last round.
Yeah, you drafted your defense second to last round. He did very last.
That was my last choice.
And Mr. Irrelevant of the draft.
Yeah, who was the last actual pick in the draft?
Bill picked a
The kicker.
kicker. Yeah, Bagley.
Oh, that's right. Because when I see that name, I'm thinking Marvin Bagley. Basketball.
And then, of course, first overall pick was Saquon Barkley.
God, I didn't see that coming at all. What a shocker.
Yet on our draft board, he's listed at number 5 because the trade.
I know, it was an interesting trade. Jay, you're listening. How did you like how did you like the way your picks came out in your trade? I know it'll be a minute before he answers that. So how satisfied are you on your team, CD?
Anybody want to trade?
I'm okay with my team.
That being said, though, you got Brendan Cooks,
Who did pick Brandon Cooks?
my brother.
Okay.
And then I tried to trade for him right away.
Which you would have then turned around to flip to something else.
Nah.
I just realized
Okay.
Brendan had Brendan Cooks and Cooper Kupp.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Tough.
No, did get 2 receivers for this. That's why I never picked up Gallup
Yeah,
because I had Cooper already, and Gallup and Cooper. No,
it's tough to do that.
I don't want him fighting.
Like if you have two elite, if you have two running backs like the Kamara Ingram thing last year,
Yeah,
that's different.
it's a 2-headed snake already, but the receivers is
To me, that's different.
targets.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah! Oh. Sorry. I was trying to mask it. Wrong hole.
I think he's not there.
I don't know CPR.
My certificate ran out.
oh God. Keep talking, guys.
Blah, 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 blah.
No thanks.
Okay.
I got a draft I'm supposed to do tonight that I have to cancel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all drafted out right now. After last night, I was like, fuck. No more drafting tonight. I need to clear my space for Wednesday.
I was just going to say, Brad and I had a nice lengthy conversation last night about, and even did a mock.
Have a conversation with myself.
I know.
Well, we're two managers, so.
It's gonna get rough.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Well, that's why we talked about it, because I can't be there for it, so.
So I got to pull the
I'm talking
trigger.
It's time to start lineups.
Make decisions? I don't think it'll be that rough.
I'm gonna make it rough.
You can make it as rough as you want.
Jason said for his. I'm back, by the way.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fuck you guys over.
Jason said he
Nice.
absolutely
Oh,
loved
trade?
it. He was worried about getting quality
don't think
receivers, but he
Jason
thinks he did
has
amazing. But he thinks he did amazing.
Oh, fuck you, Jason.
What was his team? I gotta look at that.
Oh, well, all right.
He had Drew Brees and Cam Newton as his starting quarterbacks, Antonio Brown, Kenny Galladay, Tyler Boyd, Saquon Barkley. Apparently, it's still bless you. Joe Mixon, Jared Cook, John Brown, Harrison Butker, the Chargers D, and on his bench right now he's got Josh Gordon, Greg Olson, Kareem Hunt, Emmanuel Sanders, Marcus Mariota, and Royce Freeman. That's burning the throat. It's not a terrible team. It's not a terrible team, Jack.
It's Jay. He'll fuck it up somehow.
He is a past champion, so we can't really. The two people here in this room have not won it.
It's because you got soft.
Hey, a
I've been riddled with injuries throughout my career as a fantasy football owner.
This is true. He really has.
I don't care. I'll tell you right now. I lost. This is the most prepared I've been for a fantasy draft though in years.
I'm playing about
Was this year?
And this was the least prepared I had been for fantasy.
I'm playing a violin for you
I don't want a violin.
because at least 2 people in this house have won the championship,
That's true.
You know?
and at least 1 person in this house has at least 8 championships.
So that's Solara and Aaron.
I got the trophies with my name on it to prove it.
That's because you stole it and got it.
I was gonna say the belt, but no,
I was gonna say most of the leagues I used to play in were
it's no
never
longer present.
championship.
Would you like me to get the trophy
Leagues.
down for you?
No, I don't need a trophy. I got friends. I don't need trophies.
And I got the cash receipt in my PayPal to show you about my cash wins.
I can't believe how sweaty I am. This is ridiculous.
I know it's hot in here. Like I didn't go to work today. My stomach was killing me. Like I was up until like 2, up and off and on, off and on till like 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning.
Is it from the stuff we ate yesterday?
Apparently not. I'm the only one that it affected. But like I tried to call out and I had the wrong number from my supervisor.
Oh no.
So I had to get up early, go in, tell her,
So
and then I came back home.
sorry,
No, you're fine.
just looking at my brother's team again. You know, he got Brennan Cooks and Cooper Kupp, right? 2 targets, same team. It's got Evan Ingram and Sterling Shepard.
That's not bad. That's bad.
No, because it's tight end wide receiver, but still,
I'd much rather roll with that than 2 wide receivers.
it's just. I think he's going to screw himself in bye weeks.
Your brother doesn't know what he's doing, does he?
Dude, do you see how many times he was staring at his phone throughout the thing, hoping, wishing, praying that
Listen, you know what it is?
this thing's going to be magical enough to tell him who to pick next?
A lot of people get so deep into it. I look at the list. I look at my list. I see who I want. I take them. 99% of the time.
Well, that's
I'm not debating. I'm not internally debating. That's why, like, most of the times when he was like, all right, I'm taking X, Y, Z, and I'm like, all right, I got him. I'm taking him. No thinking about it unless they took my person. I usually have a backup.
and that's sitting next to Brad. He can attest to. I will look over and be like, Brad, I'm gonna tell you right now. Between these 2 guys, if they're on the board, I got him.
I'm like even in Josh, like, it was taking forever, like, and it gets to, like, I was 7th, and it gets to 8 coming this way. Like, who's going? And they say they're picking. I'm like, okay, mine. And then going back this way, it's like, say they're picking yours, mine.
That was the end of the snake.
Yeah, no, and that's how I felt at 9. I was like, man, some of these picks, it's like, who's up? Let's go.
And then that's why I'm okay with Dawkins' draft this week. It's online, but it's a draft clock,
Yeah,
a pick clock.
time.
And that shit will get you and take who's ever the top available person or the top person on your queue.
Yeah.
It'll last about 10:30, just because a lot of times a bunch of them take
Take
if
the
it's a
whole.
minute 30, they're taking a minute. Like, listen, I've
Well-
seen the first round.
Well, that's the thing is
I
you
saw
can.
the first pick take a minute 20.
Well, that's the thing is you can have the first pick, but you're still going to set up everything else the way you want while you're taking that
No.
time. You know who you want.
No, because the draft opens a half hour before the draft.
Well, yeah.
And 75% of the time,
You're in there that
there's
half.
there's 4 or 5 people in there already chit chatting.
I was gonna say, if I have the first pick, I already know who I'm getting. Literally, ba-bling, within 5 seconds, draft.
Listen, I already know my first 3 picks
Who are they? Let us know.
based on ADP and my mock drafts and my personal preference. Unless someone falls, I know who I'm taking depending on where the position I'm in.
It's kind of basically the talking we had yesterday on what if this scenario, what if this scenario, what if this
I'm
scenario.
going to tell you guys, and I'm not trying to be funny, throw all that shit out the window in this draft.
Well,
We're sitting here at pick 6 going, okay, there's a chance that something might happen.
Well,
Throw all that shit out the window
no,
in this
and that's the thing
draft.
is,
Because I don't think it was last year, but I've been in a draft with 2 quarterbacks in the first round.
and
And we had that discussion.
So, or no quarterback goes before the 8th round. Like, so just,
and that's what I mean. We discussed
it doesn't make sense a lot of times.
because the problem with the 2 managers, of course, you each got your own draft style preference,
And that's why I don't want to, that's why I couldn't have an extra helper.
and we
I
just
couldn't afford
discussed.
the full boat, so that's why we did it.
I can't neither. I'm just hoping I win. No,
I'm
I'm just paying them over in increments installed.
I'm stripping on the side to pay for this.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I'll let them know. Like, look, it's right around at Christmas,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, back to school time. I won't be able to pay you all right now, but I've been with him.
So
Actually, we went to school together, so we've known each other since 2004, and we've been doing different leagues, baseball, basketball, football. I've been in his league for up to 8 years, and maybe a little bit, probably more than that. And on Yahoo for I don't know how long. I got 2 other profiles that I started with that I can't remember, that I locked myself out because I don't remember the passwords. So I got to add that record to this record, and actually no, one of them I don't want to add to it. I was like 2 and 12. I think that's why I locked myself out.
Nice.
Got those little hot doggies, honey.
Alright, so now, any other thing about the fantasy league, real quick?
no, I'm just looking at the board, thinking of trades.
Anybody want to trade with me?
It's actually what team I'm looking at, CD.
I can't really right now, except moving on to next topic then.
Okay.
We can do a trade right on air. That'd be dope.
So, speaking of people who either didn't get drafted and all that stuff, how do you think people felt with the Lamar Miller injury on the National Draft Day and Andrew Luck retiring?
I know, but I know Josh was happy as hell. He had drafted him literally like 20 minutes before he got hurt.
Before the
Yeah.
It was hilarious. We were drafting, and his
News
nephew
breaks.
goes, "Oh, Lamar Miller just got carted off the field." No, he didn't. No, really. So I go look at his phone. He's like, "Yep, Lamar." So he just started dropping all types of F-bombs. It was hilarious to me.
It was very funny.
See, I didn't like Lamar Miller anyway, so it didn't really matter to me. Not that I didn't like him.
you just wasn't somebody
Wasn't
that was high
drafting
on.
him pretty much.
And then Mama came right up and goes, Duke Johnson.
Yeah, that kind of hurt me because I was going to take him. And then Josh took him yesterday right before me. He took him at number 3, and I was waiting.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Like, you son of a... He did that to me 3 or 4 times yesterday. He just kept doing it again.
And you were doing that to his sister, right?
Well, it started off, and then she started doing it to me I was like,
On the way back through. But you did it when it was earlier in the draft, when it was different players. You were doing it in the deeper. She was doing it to you in the deeper part.
the sleepers. Like, I always say this, you can't win a draft in the first 3 rounds. You can lose one. You can't win your draft in the
Well, I
first
lost
3
mine
rounds.
last year in the first
No,
round.
you got to get those extra round guys that are gonna.
Yeah.
You win a
Get you
draft
those.
in the middle rounds. Unless you end up with 2 first-round picks and... Like,
And you still didn't win last year.
I should have won last year, but Pat Mahomes had the season of all seasons.
Yes.
If Pat Mahomes doesn't have the season he has, I'm the champion. I'm going back to back. Because I lost in the championship, and I lost by pretty much Pat
Pat
Mahomes'
Mahomes.
points. Because Pat Mahomes put up like 70 in the final, the championship week or something.
Yeah.
And I lost by like 65 or something.
So,
Mac and cheese.
so how shocked were you on the Andrew Luck retirement?
So I don't know if shocked, surprised, maybe.
I was gonna say there wasn't much shock value. I feel just because.
Because I didn't think he was going to play the full season. I didn't draft him in any leagues. Like, he was available. Like, I took other quarterbacks that I had ranked lower than him.
Like I said, I understand why he did it.
Listen, that sport takes a toll on
It does, and I understand why he did it. The guy couldn't get healthy.
even nowadays where all the rules are to protect the quarterback, that position
sport,
takes
yeah.
a toll. I mean, that sport takes a toll on your
Yeah,
body.
I mean it's a contact sport, and by contact I mean you getting your fucking bell rung from time to time.
Imagine how he feels. Imagine how most of them offensive and defensive
I know
linemen
the
feel.
linemen.
That's why when Brandon asked me yesterday, I was like, I don't know, because I don't know if my back's gonna hold up for a whole season.
But and that's the thing is people don't ever talk about linemen suffering any of these issues.
True.
But
They do when they're retired.
I think I'm gonna
Yes.
be a tight end this year. I'm gonna be a short yardage tight end though.
First time he's ever been a tight end.
since college,
No,
high school,
I got locked up, so
oh,
Elementary school.
he's a locked up.
they won't let me out. They really didn't want to let me.
He was
know.
locked in the jail cell.
Oh wow, trapped in a closet.
I was.
Yeah, he had people peeing on him, pretending he was a 14-year-old.
No.
What?
No.
Mutombo says no.
No, Mutombo says no.
Oh, sorry. I don't speak Mutombo.
I'm emphasizing that shit.
I was saying, I don't think Mutombo speaks Mutombo, really.
Oh, my eye itches.
Your eye itches?
But yeah, no, I think it was.
I feel bad now. I had to cancel my draft tonight. It's not one of my pay leagues. It's when I'm freaking champion 3 out of the last 5 years. I went 1, lost back-to-back, and I lost last year.
I can't believe you're in such a slump in that league.
I lost in the championship game.
Slacker.
Nah. If you're gonna lose
No.
right.
I didn't lose in the championship game.
Lose
I
every
got
week.
absolutely demolished in the championship game. Like, the scoring in it is wonky.
I'm going for the pink shirt.
The
I want
scoring
the
is
pink
wonky.
midriff.
It's a two-week championship week.
Yeah.
Like playoffs, it was 2 weeks. Championship week was 2 weeks. I ended up losing by like 120 or 130. Yeah,
Oh.
it was
You
ridiculous.
got spanked.
Like my total score, he almost beat me, but his second week score for my total score.
Wow.
That's how bad it was.
You did great.
And all year I was the number 1 seed going in.
I want the pink midriff.
Okay, I lost 1 game all season, ran through the playoffs, and got demolished.
That's how it was in the Burrito League. I lost once during the year, and then I got into the playoffs, and it was the week Drew Brees and Kamara didn't do anything.
I had Kamara.
And it killed me.
He was my first round
And that's
pick.
what ushered Brandon all the way into the championship.
Solera.
That sucked. Because I was doing so great in that league. That was the one team that I was like, man, that's the best draft I ever did. And after the season gone on, I'm like, yeah, look at this thing go.
Till the Saints started to do bad, and then so did the Brad.
Yeah, so did no use for a name.
I wanted Kamara so bad yesterday.
Should have just been called the Saints.
The Aints. The New Orleans Aints.
Actually, I had Michael Thomas also on that team. Too.
That's what- I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why Josh beat me actually, because he stole Michael Thomas in the 3rd round, I think it was, or the 2nd round. But his best pick was Pat Mahomes.
And last year he got him deep.
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled early this year.
3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that when he went in his league, but it was
Fourth.
Adam who did it?
4th round.
It was Adam.
Yeah, on the snake, I believe it was.
Yeah. So he has
Josh was mad.
Barkley and because he was the first pick, wasn't he, in that league too?
No, his dad was.
Oh, his dad was.
Adam was the 10th pick.
No, I was the 10th pick. I was the
He was the 9th pick.
Yeah, oh yes, he was.
He was because he got it. He was snaking it, close, double snaking it, kind of. All my drafts, I've been right in the middle. Like I've done 7 so far. Well, 6, 7, because I'm only doing 9 this year now. I've been 5, 6, 7 in 5 drafts, and I had 3rd in 1 and 8, 9 in 1.
What were you again yesterday?
7.
7, 6. No,
6. You were after Aaron.
7.
7.
Aaron was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like her team. I helped draft most of it, but I like her team.
So you guys split in the winnings?
She didn't split nothing with me the first year.
No, Aaron's winning.
She used to walk around the house with just a belt on.
Quickly run through her team: Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, Devontae Freeman, Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Lindsay, Alshon Jeffrey, Melvin Gordon, Tom Brady,
That Melvin
AJ
Gordon
Green,
pick still pisses me off.
AJ Green, Sammy Watkins, Delaney Walker, Jordan Howard, the Red Rocket, Geronimo Allison, Rashad Penny, Will Lutz, and Baltimore's D.
That damn Melvin Gordon pick.
As you were sitting here saying that you were going to take it.
Oh, I wanted to jack slap her. And remember what I threatened her with?
Yep.
I didn't cave in.
Proud of you.
I had no choice.
I assumed. I assumed.
It was less me not caving, her just saying, fuck you, I'm going to bed.
I assumed that's how it actually went down. I was playing cool for you.
It might have been the most idlest threat in the history of idle threats. Because if she would have blinked by accident with something in her eye, I'd be like, okay, I give in, you win. Talk about calling somebody bluff.
Again, is it really much of a bluff?
Yes. Too hot for me.
It's too hot to handle.
Too cold to hold.
I'm hurting right now. What you talking about?
I just wanted to say. You call them the Ghostbusters.
See, that's smart. That's smart, grabbing the oven mitts. Look at that.
I'm very far away from the oven. I wasn't in the oven.
Way too many comments to quickly make.
It's okay.
Wow.
I'll put a bun in your oven.
Can you go back and find out if it's still on your messenger?
What's that?
The
Chris's
draft
job.
order.
Oh, it wasn't on the messenger. It was on his actual board itself. I'll go into his league here.
Because I can probably do it if I get on the computer, but I don't feel like doing that.
I don't feel like doing a lot of things.
I don't feel like talking to you right now.
It says 3 days ago, he
I don't feel like talking to me either.
randomly generated the league. How did that go? Because somebody sent a message, hey, what is the draft order? And that should have been right in here. But it's not.
I'll see it Wednesday. It's all good. I just want to know, get an idea of.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll randomize it the day of the draft.
No, he already
No,
ran.
he already
he already
knows
ran.
it.
just.
That's one thing. Like it's been a ton of times where he ended up with the last pick, and his integrity is unapproachable.
Let me see here.
And it's something happened like 1 year when I won. Your message give him a dick kick.
Okay. I just had the microwave was starting to make the internet stop working. Because we went off the air for a minute.
I'll show you off the air. Oh, that's toilet paper. That's toilet paper. What are you doing, Bella?
I'm hoping I got a top 3 pick. I would love to get Kamara, McCaffrey, or actually, I would love to get McCaffrey or Barkley because I got Kamara in the third in the picker. And I went third. Did I tell you about that? A quarterback went first.
No.
Mahomes went first,
What league is this?
and one of my other leagues. It's a $10 buy-in, and it's over there by
Somebody
the
was
modem.
probably looking at like we were looking at last year's scoring, and
Yeah.
then just went, "Oh, he was the top
No,
scorer."
you know what I think it was? I can't like he didn't make it seem like that. I don't think he was in the draft in time. I just think he had it set up.
Now Mahomes is the top.
He had top and his cue because it was kept going in and out. But when it picked it, he was still there. So I don't know if he paid attention or what was going on. But I was not mad because Barkley went second and I took Kamara third. Then Zeke went. Then Devontae. Then McCaffrey. I almost got Michael Thomas on the comeback. I was very excited.
Oh, here we go. I got the list right here. You are third.
McCaffrey or Kamara. I'm happier than a blind lesbian in the fish market.
Yeah, you got Richard someone or other first, the Huckleberries second, Solara's dad, that is third, Play for Keeps fourth, the Thundercats 5, This Team Has No Name is 6th, Your Girlfriend's Bestie is 7, The Docinators is 8, Excuse My French is 9, and
Frenchie's back?
Javon's team is 10.
He said he wasn't letting Frenchie back in. Oh. He listens occasionally. Congratulations to my buddy Dawkins. The league, he just got engaged
Oh,
last week.
nice.
So just want to say congratulations
Congrats.
to you, good sir. He's one of those that he listens on playback every now and
I
again.
personally
Gets a
don't know him,
chance.
but I've been in that baseball league for like 5-6 years now, so.
Well, he he's told me like he's like I said, he's a fireman. So a lot of times he's doing the 72-hour shifts, and
Yeah.
he tries to listen every now and again.
Well, good. Good for him for getting engaged. Congrats. Congratulations. So, now going back to the Duke Johnson, Lamar Miller situation there. Do you, like there's now rumors going around that like Carlos Hyde might get cut or Jay Ajayi. Would those be good fits in there for the Texans? It's because it's literally Duke Johnson and whoever the hell the undrafted rookie is they have behind him right now. That's literally it.
I mean,
Carlos Hyde and Jay Ajayi. Carlos Hyde, I'd take Carlos Hyde out of those two, I guess. Less mileage on the tires.
I mean, it's
Exactly. It's like,
I was late on a meal.
You okay? Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't believe you pooped a nail.
That's how I respond to him a lot too, babe. He says something, I just look at him and walk away too. Said, I'm hungry. They done made food, made me hungry.
I just the look on her face.
She was disgusted with you.
That was good. I liked it.
I'm the only one that hasn't eaten.
But the
I'm sorry.
I wasn't hungry until after you guys. I was like, I'm getting hungry. Now them two eating. Now I'm getting hungry.
what was your reaction to the fans booing Luck when they were
Did they?
finding
I
out?
heard about it. I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was really
I still listen. Yesterday, when you guys were here and I cut fantasy, and I cut the preseason on,
Yeah.
and I stood there for 5 seconds. That was 500% more than I watched
Well,
all year.
it was all over SportsCenter. Like,
Yeah, I
they
don't really
showed-
watch it.
They showed it and it was like super loud. It was crazy how loud they were booing him.
Like I've been laying down all day, so I was just watching. I caught up on a couple movies. Like this has been the longest I've been either out of the bathroom or out of the bedroom all day. So,
Sounds like fun.
oh god, it wasn't. Like I'm sure you guys want the details. Like
No,
Actually, I want vivid detail.
my asshole was on fire.
I want the
earlier.
color.
Yeah, what? We had some large chunks, small chunks, liquefied.
Oh, it was all
Yeah.
liquefied.
Nice.
I was. It was like my stomach was. Like it started last night around 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's like, oh, because I had just eaten. I went back and I ate some. What the hell?
Mini wieners?
Yeah, mini wieners and. What was it? What else? What did we have?
I didn't
Sliders.
grab it. I,
No,
was gonna say,
I had mini wieners and something.
I don't think there was a
Chili
lot of the
dip it.
sliders.
No, I had mini wieners and leftover tater tots,
Tots.
and I ate that about 9:45. I don't know, maybe a little bit later. But I was like, oh, I think I take a shit. So I took a shit. Came back out.
Actually,
Like 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, I think I gotta take a shit.
I did that this morning. I woke up and I had to do that. I was like, no, all right. Not that everybody needs to know all our
So
information
between
like this.
10 o'clock last night and 9 o'clock when 8:15 when I got back in from going to work and coming home,
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom maybe 10 times.
Oh, Arenado has an error today. That doesn't happen too often.
Hey, he ain't on my team. I don't care. Somebody didn't want to trade him to me.
I needed him on my team.
You didn't need
When all my injuries happened, I'm glad I kept a couple of those players.
shouldn't have. Should have traded him to me.
No, I'm good. Thank
You
you.
want to trade?
A real friend would have traded him.
A real friend would have let that trade go through last night.
No. Oh.
You got me.
Now Jason's changing his mind and shit on it.
Hey, that ain't my fault.
Yes, it is. If you would have said yes, it would have passed.
If you should have made the trade on the thing. That's why I was like, you know what? To get that trade in, I had sat there. I put it in all last night, and I was like, you guys, I figured it to go through, and I kept waiting for it to go through. I was like, okay.
But when you said no, Jason had time to think about it.
Well, you can't blame me for not agreeing with the trade. It didn't make me better. Fuck that shit. I want to trade with him.
I blame you.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
I'm sure you do.
I do. I finally wanted. I'm like, yeah, actually, I like this trade. That benefits me a lot.
Exactly. So as a competitor in that league, I'm going to help you benefit yourself a lot.
Well, last year because of the confusion.
Mutual beneficiary.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to last year because of the confusion. I wouldn't have said yes to the trade. 'Cause
It was 8 people that said yes to it, though.
yeah, but the thing is, though, we all said yes, thinking we all said it like we didn't think you had 2 first-round picks.
Everyone knew. I talked about it. That I was
No,
trying to get
we,
to.
We all sat here going, wait, you have 2 first-round picks? We
Well,
all sat here.
I'm
and
going to let
said
you
it.
know, a bunch of people, at least 3 of them, was placating because they knew. No, I'm telling you because
I'm just glad you didn't win. That's all I gotta say.
I win again this year. It's all good. I don't mind.
Oh no, I mean with 2 first-round picks, I was like, oh. Anyway, just because it wasn't your trade, that's why you denied it last night.
No, because I let other trades go through all season last year. If it's a fair trade, I don't. That was not a fair trade. You can't tell me it was.
I didn't offer the trade.
I didn't say you did. Just because someone's dumb, does he not? He gave me a second first-round pick last year.
You traded Jordy Nelson for D-Hop.
I did. I traded Jordy
I
Nelson
know.
for D-Hop. This was when Jordy Nelson was coming off a 15 touchdown, 1,400-yard season.
And an injury.
No, he wasn't.
No, he got injured.
He got injured that year. That's what started the decline. And D-Hop was a good wide receiver. He wasn't D-Hop yet. He was still DeAndre.
He was D-Hop.
So, it is what it is.
D-Hop.
I don't think I'm going to make much trades this year. I
see-
actually really do like my team.
My biggest thing with trades is I leave it as long as people don't go, hey yo, I could really use that quarterback. You want to just give him to me for this guy? As long as that don't happen,
If
I'm
it's a
fine
fair
with any
trade,
fucking trade.
Any fair trades, it doesn't. I'm not saying it has to be like, all right, Alvin Kamara for Saquon Barkley. Somebody's going to win the trade. Somebody's going to lose the trade most of the time. Sometimes you have trades where both people
I was gonna say, but a trade
really,
like that,
really win.
I was gonna say, but that trade like that, that's kind of you're looking at 1A, 1B for.
No, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah,
it trades. I would just use the first team that popped in my head. But like,
Okay, so let's say D-Hop for what was your last pick, Kiki Kute, or how do we pronounce this fucking
Yeah.
name? Like a trade like that. That's.
I don't know. I might have to think about that one.
I mean, they play for the same team.
Yeah, but you're giving up D-Hop, and you're getting.
It's a possibility because it's a keep. No, fucking made me think about it. That fucking Melvin Gordon pick.
What do you want, Eckler? I have Eckler. If you want that.
I didn't want him anyway.
Okay, fine.
I don't think he's gonna have a good year. I don't think he's lead back material.
I was say when he was the lead back for a little bit last year, he put up
Yeah,
good
for a
points.
little bit. Can he hold the thing for the whole season?
Well,
Like
they-
that,
I just know he's the clear-cut starter.
because
So
the
that's
same
why
thing.
it's like, you know what?
Same thing happened with Darren Sproles
They have
When he had to
Jackson,
become
too, though, who's expected to get some touches.
when he had to become the lead back. His productivity dropped.
Darren Sproles is also a midget.
Austin Eckler's not too much bigger than him.
Eckler's at least wider.
All right, I'm trying to think of somebody comparable.
He's the body type of Maurice Jones-Drew.
But he's no MJD.
No, but he,
God, I love MJD.
if you look at their body size, they're
He's
pretty close.
a beast.
MJD's fucking legs were the size of CD.
Some big legs.
I fucking know, right? Dude, those thighs were fucking meaty.
Some big legs. Those thighs were fucking meaty. Wow. Quarter of the night.
Yo. I mean, Saquon's got some meaty thighs, too, though.
I think Saquon's bigger.
Getting very, very gay sounding pretty quick. I like it.
Erotica.
Football erotica.
Not a clue.
We're gonna do the ASMR stuff here. What?
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh my god, we have 55 listeners suddenly from Football Erotica with Not a Clue podcast.
I'm going to take Tom Brady deep.
Oh.
TB12's getting like TB12.
You see who NFL.com, I think it was NFL.com, listed as the number one player in the NFL?
Say that again?
Who NFL.com has as the number one player in the NFL?
Tom Brady.
Nope. Aaron Donald.
We've said that for the last.
I've said it for at least the last two.
Since this show started, we have said Aaron
I love it. I have the biggest man crush on Aaron Donald. Excuse me.
I'm glad I got him in our ADP league.
I don't draft defensive players very high. Tried that shit last year and it killed me. This is the first year I tried it and I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it again.
I didn't really draft him
Not
too
gonna do
high.
it. I don't think I took my first defensive player until like 5-6 rounds after the first defensive player was
I think I took him in the 12th round, 11th round.
Because my first one was it was a linebacker. I don't even know, that's how much I cared. I don't even remember who it was.
Well, there's also a million picks in that league. It's a lot different.
I was.
You know what I heard the other day that
was
I'm
picked out.
100% on board for adding on to fantasy? Picking a coach. And you get points whether they win or not. the team that he coaches.
That's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because why not? If that's the case, then why not get points when your team wins in general? Just pick a player and you get extra points when that player wins.
Because the player might not have anything to do with
Oh,
it.
the coach might not have anything to do with it.
But still, it gives you a team to actually just, root for again, rather than just
What?
people.
I
A
got
lot
a
of
team
people.
to root for, the Giants.
I know. Then not everybody watches it the same
I'm going to
with
sit here and
fantasy.
go. The coach I would draft is a team I can't root for.
Listen, when it comes to that money, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like
I've
I
drafted.
can't root for the Patriots, but I will draft Bill Belichick. in a
I've drafted.
fucking heartbeat.
I've drafted 3 Red Sox in baseball before, in my money league. I've drafted Tom Brady before. I've drafted Dak Prescott this year.
I know you did.
So I don't care when it comes to that guap or that belt or that trophy. All allegiances go out the window.
I just wanted to see if you wanted to keep going with more references.
No, that's all. I've only done money, trophy, and belt. I got trophies approved. 1, 2 in there.
Aaron and a little bit. Those your 2 trophies?
Fuck no.
I love how we said that nice and quiet.
I was hoping the mic didn't even pick that one up. Every now and then I catch her in there listening. God, you guys are idiots. Like on playback and stuff. God, you guys are idiots. I walk by. What the hell are you listening to? You dumbasses.
So she's one of our playbacks occasionally.
I guess so.
Thank you, Aaron.
For being the trophy. So you said he had 2 trophies in the living room.
Oh, I didn't include you. I get a divorce if she couldn't kick my ass. Read between the lines.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
I'm so fucked tonight. And not in the way.
No, I was going to say,
Not in the
no,
way
no
I
you're not.
Not in the way I want to be.
She's calling your bluff again on every night.
For the foreseeable future. Fantasy season will be over. She'll be like, nah.
So Larry, don't fart there. I think I gotta lay my head there tonight.
Let him go. Poops more than else.
I get pink eye and I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Nice.
I haven't eaten anything today and I'm starving.
Like Muffin Girl?
I just was outside of water. It's the first time I've been that wasn't water all day.
Ooh, fancy.
I was gonna get ginger ale. I was just too scared to go back out to the store and be away from the toilet.
So, yeah, no, I don't know who the Texans should be.
Hey, I like how we came back to that. All
I
right.
completely forgot what the hell we were talking about.
Usually we're like, what the hell are we talking about? Good on you. Good on you, intern.
Maybe I should get Trent Richardson. He's available.
Hey, I don't know if he can get out of that XFL contract.
They don't start till next year.
I know, but I still
Tim
think he can.
Tebow.
He doesn't want to play fullback,
Stupid of him.
halfback, tailback, whatever fucking back.
He wants to play QB, baby.
Yeah, that's why he's playing left field.
Yeah,
That's why he's batting 200 in AAA at Syracuse.
Hey, he's in AAA.
You know why he's in AAA?
the name.
Man.
So they can call him up to the major leagues.
Oh, they won't call him up this year
Oh, last year that he was definitely coming up.
because they actually have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Last year he was.
If they
coming
make the
up.
playoffs, I'm scared.
Well, you got, look who you got, and then you can also hit bombs too. Struck out 13 and hit a home run. First person in the history of the game to strike out more than double digits and hit a home run in that game.
Listen, I'm scared. Because I can see them going running through the NL and then smacking whoever comes out the AL with that 3-headed monster. Actually, if you can even throw 4 in there.
Oh, excuse me. He's the first pitcher in multiple games to have 13 plus strikeouts and a home run in the same game. Multiple games.
God, I wanted him to go to the Yankees. I would have given up the farm for him.
You gave up the farm for him?
I would have given up the
Oh,
farm.
they
for
probably
him.
would have. Yeah.
I mean,
Do
it's
you
just a
kn-
farm.
You have no idea who we're talking about, do you? Noah DeGrom?
I know that there's no farms in baseball.
There's no Noah DeGrom neither in baseball. Jacob Syndergaard. Fucking know something.
Fly
Fly
ball.
ball. Caught.
Error.
Yeah, you're the error.
Jason goes, we can only hope. Now let's go Mets.
Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan.
I'm a Dodger fan.
I like good teams.
I'm a White Sox fan.
You would be. I can see that on you.
I've been
Frank Thomas?
before, actually.
Bo Jackson?
Not that far back.
It's not too much.
No, but
Him and Frank Thomas playing the same time pretty much. Paul Konerko?
Michael
I
Jordan.
do like Konerko.
Ozzie Guillen?
Yeah, I did follow Ozzy
Blackjack McDowell.
quite a lot throughout his career.
Brett Saberhagen?
Yeah, actually,
Didn't play for you guys.
Let's see. Brett
No.
Saberhagen is on the Royals.
Yeah, and then the Mets. And then
Yeah.
the Rockies. Sabes!
there's a shortstop. It's-
Royce Clayton?
Jason goes, fan of good teams. You're a Giants fan and a Knicks fan. With exclamation.
Hey.
points.
The Giants have 2 Super Bowls since the Bears last one won.
Hey, you know that hurts me too.
Well, you didn't say he did.
But
and
still.
and the Knicks
And I don't even know if
are
he likes,
owned by a Tool.
I don't even know if he likes in basketball.
Is he a Lake Show fan?
No, he was a Heat fan because he lived in the Miami area when he was down in the military. So that's all I got. That's all I know. He can answer that.
You see my face, right?
I'm staring at it. It's sexy as always.
Listen, the Knicks is still the most valuable franchise in NBA,
Hey.
so I don't care.
No.
We got something. We won something.
Listen, you can't always win a
Sweepstakes.
you can't always win a battle against your owner.
Fans and former players have found that out.
We're trying. We're trying.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! He makes it hard to be a Knicks fan,
I know.
He really does.
but I'm sticking in there.
But he still wants you also to
Oh.
support his band that he plays in too.
I'm sticking in there with the team.
Of course. I will never not be a Knicks fan.
That's the same with me with the Celtics.
The Celtics suck. Fuck tradition. They don't have no tradition.
And Jay goes, the Lakers? And he goes, well, they are more. I think they're more valuable
Then who?
than the Knicks, probably.
The Knicks are the number one.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They're number 6 on the list.
He says I technically don't have an NBA
Then
team.
you shut the hell up.
All right, so do you think it was right? I asked this question. We kind of didn't get the answer. Do you think it was right that the fans were booing him for
I don't
Andrew
give a
Luck?
I never tell the fans what to do. Period.
I do.
But is that kind of something that they probably shouldn't have done?
I'm
Seriously?
No, I'm okay with it. I'll
they're
allow it.
fans.
Okay.
I mean, it's their reaction to the situation.
Like if they boo when somebody gets hurt, I don't care. Or if
Honestly,
they cheer when someone gets hurt, I don't care.
honestly, if
You
you
still technically shouldn't do it.
Why not?
You just shouldn't.
true
But
fans,
you're putting your morality on other people's conscience.
I don't have morals, remember. Some of our friends have said that.
you don't have any morals.
Okay.
Because I'm not religious, I don't have morals. But anyway,
I had no idea where you were going with that. No, it makes sense now. I got it. But I'm okay with people.
Wait,
I don't think.
but-
Is it right to do? Probably
but-
not. Am I
but-
okay with it? Yep. I don't give a plug.
but because I believe the Earth is round, do I have morals? No.
I told you guys to keep talking. I'm over here getting water.
No.
I'm trying to process the situation.
The situation.
MAGA.
Yeah, we can. 2020 election year.
Like I said, is it right? I don't know. Do I care? Not one bit.
Again, a true fan isn't going to react that way. I feel somebody who actually follows the game understands that hey, this is a guy's life that has
These are
not.
people that also dress up, paint themselves in colors,
I know,
go sit in
but
ice cold weather.
but that's what I mean. Like, and then that
Those
you
are
got
true-
people who
I do that all the time.
who's
Those are
bought
true fans, though.
who bought season tickets are probably pissed
Oh, they've already, a bunch of them already said they want their money back.
Yeah, they're demanding refunds.
because
their old former long snapper said he buy them, or anybody that wants to sell their season tickets back, he'd buy all of them and donate them to the Children's Hospital out there, which was a super dope gesture.
Yes, it is.
Nobody's taking them up on it, and I think I think someone else, like someone famous, also was like, "Yo, let me in on that with you," but I don't think anyone's taking them up on that offer.
But
I'm okay. Like, am I okay? Well, I'll allow it. It's one of those. Would I do it? Absolutely not.
yeah,
I
well,
don't
that's the
care
thing
if
is you
other
can't
people do.
control others' opinions, others' reactions.
How many people were pissed off in Fantasyland?
I'm sure there's a
especially
fucking
if you were
ton.
just doing a draft, kind of like the Lamar Miller situation for us.
Listen, I was watching something, maybe Twitter or something.
Twitagra?
Something just came up. Somebody drafted Luck yesterday in their draft, and the whole room just exploded. It was like, "Oh, you just got the steal in the draft!" And he was looking around like, "What the fuck?" And like everyone just hit him with the phone. It was hilarious. Like it tickled the hell out of me.
There was I was listening to Fantasy Sports, and they were like, when after our draft, they were like, "Hey, if you were in a league yesterday or today, and you were drafting while news happened, send us a picture on Twitter, and we'll call you." And this one guy on the day before Lamar Miller got hurt was drafting in the middle of the Lamar Miller thing, and his 2 back-to-back picks were Andrew Luck and Lamar Miller.
That's amazing. That's
And then the
it's
next
like
day, Luck retires.
I'll take Lamar Miller. Your pick, Keith. Lamar Miller out for the season. What the?
It's all right. We'll get to this, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to take this guy. Back to your next pick. All right. Fucking lost out on Lamar Miller, but I'm getting my quarterback
Andrew
now.
Luck.
It's a steal at this point. He's value. Yeah, the guy drafted him late too,
That's
because
hilarious.
he's
Oh, yeah,
he's
hurt. Yeah.
and so he was getting him like.
I was thinking about taking him yesterday towards the end,
just
in case.
He comes
In
back.
2 years, as my keeper, because stealing him in the 17th round, 16th round.
Jason says for hockey, let's go Sabres.
I'm a Rangers fan.
I'm a Rangers fan as
He
well.
can't
Rangers
talk to-
fan.
This is where we all agree.
He can't talk to me about hockey neither.
It's true. This is true. Wow.
Just when's the last time the Sabres won a championship?
They haven't. It's
Huh?
been a while.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
The Rangers had won one in my lifetime.
They have. Yeah. I remember watching it. I was at my friend Sean's house when they won it.
Well, every one of my teams has won it, except my 2 basketball teams.
I have seen
The Knicks and the Liberty.
the first ever football Super Bowl I ever watched was the Chicago Bears beating the Patriots.
Not Bears.
And
Yeah.
that I remember watching. Apparently, I was super little and watched other ones. But
I was alive during a great time for Cowboys fans.
Listen, I've seen three
Nice.
Giants championships.
Nice
so-
little stretch for the Cowboys.
And I've seen 6 championships for the Yankees. 5. 6.
Yeah, I saw one for the Sox.
5. Oh no,
No, 5.
it's 5. Yeah,
5.
I saw one for my Sox. I was
6. I'm
happy.
counting this year.
I was gonna say 2 because I was counting my Dodgers for this year.
I'm counting this year.
Although if we meet in the World Series, well, it's gonna be good.
No, because it's no contact.
There's what?
No contact.
No
We
contact.
can't be friends for that week and a half.
Oh, it'd be great for the show.
No show.
It'd be great.
It'll just be the intern. We're
Look at
here.
it, I'm gonna
The
be here like
series
this.
is on.
I'm going to be here like this the whole time.
The World Series is on. There's 2 teams playing each other. Somebody's winning. Did you see that awesome pitch? Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Actually, with those pitching staffs, there might be pretty awesome pitches. Because with Kershaw's curve and Britton's slider and Severino's fastball and Chapman's fastball
And then-
Jansen's cutter.
and Hyun-Jin Ryu's
And then fly ball.
What's gonna happen next?
Aaron, can you kick Keith out?
I'm waiting here with bated breath.
Bated breath. Nice.
Too high.
Even hitting something on the.
What do you mean too high? What do
Too
you
high.
mean too high?
The
Yes,
shit
that
is
shit
gone.
is gone. The trajectory was just...
Major League quote. Gotta love it.
I love Major League.
How can you not? You're inhumane.
You can by being a D-bag.
This is true.
If you don't love Major League, you're a D-bag. You know how excited I am to learn that I got the 3rd pick? I get one of my top running backs now.
You know how excited I'm not to be at number 6, where I can miss out on the number 1 wide receiver as well as all the top running backs.
This is true. This is true.
Well, it depends on you guys, the number 1 receiver. Because consensusly, it's Devontae Adams. I mean, D-Hop, but I have Devontae Adams as my number 1.
We have D-Hop. We came up with
I got Devontae Adams as my number 1. That's what I was telling Aaron yesterday.
I know,
Who'd you take in the first round yesterday?
Adams.
No, you took
No.
tight end in the second round.
It was
You took
Devontae.
Kelsey in the first, second round. You took Devontae Adams in the first round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying that because I ended up taking Michael Thomas.
All right. Let's play blind resume.
All right, almost mass.
Yeah.
I hate you sometimes.
We did this a few episodes
Well, you
ago.
go. I'm gonna. I gotta get some.
Okay. Well, I gotta, you're still gonna hear what I'm gonna say, right? I'm listening. Okay.
He's listening.
All right. So this is where I basically list
I'm
out
your friends.
career statistics. Oh God, that's gonna pick up on the thing and it's gonna kick us off YouTube. Seriously. This episode's not gonna be aired on YouTube now. We're gonna get cut for that one. So I read off blind resumes and they discuss pretty much who they would take. 'Cause I already know who.
Yeah, you're not the blind one.
Yeah.
We are.
I'm leading the blind though.
Oh, great.
So it's pretty much blind leading the blind. So first,
Time to drown.
It's the dumb leading the dumber.
so these are 2 retired players. In
2
the
retarded
NBA.
players in the NBA.
I swear to God, that's what I thought he was going to say.
And for the record, these are all NBA. It's all NBA this week.
Nuba.
So they both have 20.7 points. This is the reason why I chose these 2. Choice A has 7.5 rebounds, 47% field goal percentage, and 87.9 free throw percentage. Number 2, the 20.7 points, 9.8 boards, 47% field goal percentage, and 1.4 blocks a game.
Alright, so. Top one is a guard. Bottom one's a big man.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't hear most of that.
Okay. I'll do that again.
Hold on.
The water running.
Hopefully nobody has to use the bathroom right now.
Okay, go.
All right. Here, I'm actually going to take your microphone and bring it closer so that it picks you up over there too. All right, number 1 is 20.7 points, 7.5 boards, 47% field goal percentage, 87.9 free throw percentage. Number 2 is 20.7 points, 9.8 boards, 47 field goal percentage, 1.4 blocks a game.
Really high free throw percentage for that big man. It's not. I still think it's a guard.
The big guard.
Yeah. Swing man.
The rebounds is what's throwing me off.
I was going to say, it's a high total of rebounds.
It's a high total for a guard, but a low total for a big man.
Exactly.
It's like that's right in the middle.
Whereas the bottom guy definitely sounds like a big man.
I'm already liking this.
I don't know, Mark Stoudemire?
Which one would you say would be Amari Stoudemire, though?
First one.
The first one.
With that 87% free throw shooting?
No, he was a decent free throw.
I don't think it was quite that. I think he ended up in the 70s.
Anybody listening, if you think you know who it is, let me know.
Like, it's ringing like that's a Timmy Duncan free throw percentage.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't straight. He was 60-something, 70, low 70s.
He's right.
Yeah.
Of course I know.
No, you said yesterday.
We got a soundbite.
I did not. You can't prove it.
There's
Yeah.
over 100,
Oh, yeah, we can.
over 100 people saw
I'm
it.
not the one who said it. Someone was copying my voice.
Oh, we might lose internet again.
Fuck, I have no idea.
Dude, I can't.
Since you're back over here, I'll bring that
I mean, Paul Gasol.
I don't think it's Pete.
His rebounds aren't enough.
His rebound sounds all right. I don't think that his points. He's more like a 17, 18 point a game average.
And I think blocks would have been thrown in there, though, too.
And his free throw percentage, he's not that good a free throw shooter.
He's good, but not that good.
No,
He's got to be a big guard.
that's what I'm...
You know who the first person that came to mind was Joe Johnson. ISO Joe.
Yeah.
Stop for a second. Okay, now we're back on the air. I didn't know how long we were off the air for.
Maybe Paul Pierce.
But I think points per game's a little low.
Sounds like something's burning.
It's stuff that's
Oh.
falling in the drip tray.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that can't be the microwave. I'm like, that can't be.
It can be.
That's talent if you burn shit in the
Don't
microwave.
judge my microwave.
I got you.
You guys all shut.
You guys
Man.
want the answers?
Oh, hold up! I didn't even take a shot at the second guy yet.
What was the rebounds in the second one?
9-8.
Number 1 was 7.5. Number 2 was 9.8.
Number 2's 9-8 with 1-5 blocks.
That could be Timmy. I can see that being Timmy Duncan.
And that was 47.9 field goal percentage.
No, it's too low.
47%. Sorry.
Almost sounds like it's another.
That might be a stretch big. Chris Bosh type.
Like a Kevin Love.
He said
Blocks
they're
are
retired.
blocks are too high. 2, yeah, retired, yeah.
These guys are retired.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Timmy.
For the
For
bottom.
the second one. But technically, it can't be Amari. He's not retired. He said something to come back again this year.
But who the hell is that top guy?
Paul Pierce.
You thinking Paul?
No, he squared. The truth.
So you have Paul Pierce and who'd you say the
Timmy.
bomb? Timmy, and you have good Pau Gasol.
Wait, what's the second one again? Read me the whole stats for the second one.
20.7 points, 9.8 boards, 47% field goal percentage, 1.4 block.
Garnett.
I actually like that one a lot.
I like that better than Duncan.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Duncan might actually be higher.
I still.
So you have Paul Pierce as 1 and Garnett as 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the Garnett at 2.
Okay. And who'd you have at 1?
I didn't have anybody at 1 yet.
Stop pressuring me to pick somebody.
God damn!
Well, out of those blind resume, which one would you prefer? A or B then? While he's thinking, I'm asking you that question.
I know, I'm thinking. I'm thinking B.
Okay.
I like the closer the average in the double-double with a block and a half, too.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the other one we got tailed off with the free throw percentage. Don't get me wrong. I love a good free throw shooter.
Either one of those two, if I think it's either one of those two, I'll take their career. I'll take them over almost anybody else that you're going to think of. So.
I don't know who T-Mac.
So that's
I
your
know.
guess? Oh, okay.
I figured there'd be more stats thrown in there if it was T-Mac.
I
But
think T-Mac's points per game is that high. Just because beginning of his career.
no, the end of his career
In
where
the beginning, remember he played 3 years in
with Vince.
Toronto
Yeah.
before he became T-Mac. He was still Tracy.
He was low teens at that point, if I remember. Like 14, 15
But
a game.
you know, I'm gonna stick with T-Mac. Fuck it, whatever.
So you have Pau and T-Mac?
No,
Pow's still playing.
no,
so
no,
you
no.
can't
I said T-Mac and Garnett.
T-Mac and Garnett.
I agree
And
with
he
the
has
Garnett.
Paul Pierce and
Garnett.
Garnett. All right, so which one do you want first, A or B?
Okay.
So you said you'd pick B. And
I'd
you said
I'd
you'd
pick B. Yeah.
So you guys chose Chris Webber.
That was Weber. See Web.
I'm Chris Webber, too.
A was Dirk.
Durka.
Yeah. A was Dirk. That's a good one. I like that one.
Did it say only 20?
Well, his last
I
3 seasons.
was gonna
he
say it hasn't
he
been
was
great
like-
for him,
In
but
his first 2 seasons.
Yeah. In the middle, though, he was
I
thin.
miss Chris Webber. I love Chris Webber. He didn't even come to mind.
And that
The
means
blocks threw me off.
I did a good one. Then. That's a good blind resume. All right, next one. One's retired, one is not.
okay.
Look what happened to the fork.
Putting
Is that
fork in
what
boiling water.
Is that what we're smelling? All right. A is 21 points, 9.8 boards, 2 assists, 50% field goal percentage. Number 2, or B, excuse me, 21.2 points, 10.9 boards, 3.2 assists, 46% field goal percentage.
What was the field goal percentage of the first one?
50.
50. You said one's retired, one's not.
Yes.
Makes this rough.
Makes the pool bigger. You butchered that.
It's the most special 4
rake.
A garden hoe.
Ooh.
Garden variety hoe. She from New York. She a Knicks fan. Garden hoe. None of these guys be Knicks.
That's not true. You can throw a Tim Hardaway reference in there.
So,
But he didn't.
Or did.
oh, you don't know. It's why it's blind resume.
Yeah, I know.
So who do you think they are on this one? Or I'll ask the easier question. Which one would you go with, A or B?
A. I liked A's.
I didn't hear it. That was.
Percentage.
I saw food and I was happy.
Okay, A was 21 points, 9.8 boards, 2 assists, 50% field goal percentage. B, 21.2 points, 10.9 boards, 3.2 assists, 46% field goal percentage.
I'm going Garnett and Duncan.
He's
I'm
gonna
taking
stick-
number one.
That's what I said was number one.
I'm taking number one.
I feel like if you would bring up Garnett and Duncan, though, he would bring the blocks into the
Well,
game.
he said no, one's retired, one's not, too.
Yeah.
At the end.
Joel Embiid. One.
Actually, I really like that answer. I like that one.
And then, I don't know who I'd go for the retired guy, though. Averaging a little more assists, a little more boards, lower shooting percentage.
Fuck, I'm gonna stick with Chris. I'm gonna take Chris Bosh this time.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of them big stretches. He almost averaged a double-double a couple seasons. So, what was the rebounds on the second guy?
10-9?
10.9,
What was the rebounds on the first guy?
9.8.
Oh. I think Embiid will be the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Chris Bosh is that high as a rebounder.
But I thought Embiid just because shooting percentage being of the 50% on that one. On the top.
Oh, it's bottom one.
Because otherwise that's high, and maybe you're looking at someone like a Shaq that got their points in the paint and mainly from the free throw line, so shooting percentage isn't exactly weighing on them that much.
I was thinking when you said Embiid, because I think his shooting percentage would be higher if he didn't step out as much.
Step out as much.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. One of them is a stretch four, stretch five, stretch four, or
Which
like
would be the bottom
or
one.
big
then.
three. Scottie Pippen type.
I can see Embiid then being the bottom guy, shooting 46. You got to think about a 40% from behind the arc, inside the paint, shooting a little better, averaging out.
Pat Ewing. I just had to say a Knicks name.
Just wanted to throw that in there.
Just throw that. Rashard Lewis.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Actually, Rashard Lewis wasn't a Knick. Never mind.
Julius Randle.
I love Julius Randle this year. I like this first resume better, and I have no idea who they are.
Embiid's the only name I can come up with that I think fits this bill.
You guys want the answers?
I'm going to go with Yao Ming.
All right. So
Yao Ming 1, Embiid 2.
So you both
Final
want,
answer,
you
but
both-
I want 1.
You both
Pull
want
that
one.
one out your ass.
You both want one.
Yeah.
Okay. The retired player is number one with the 21 points, 9.8 boards, 2 assists, 50% field goal percentage. Patrick Ewing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nick.
I said that in just joking around.
I know.
And then the current player with 21.2, 10.9 boards, 3.2 assists, and 46 field goal is Boogie Cousins.
Boogie.
Yeah.
Wait, can we get a games played tally on the next one? Because I think that shit matters.
All right, next one. A is 18.6 points.
Whoa, caveat. What are they? One in, one out?
Oh, they're current.
Both
Excuse me.
current. Okay,
Current.
thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't do that. My bad. A is 18.6 points, 5.1 assists, 36%, 3-point, 87.4 free throw percentage, and 44% field goal percentage. There's a couple more stats on this one. And then B is 18.5 points, 2.2 steals, 37% 3-point, 86% free throw, and 46% field goal.
Chris Paul. Did he say assist?
He did say assist in the first one, 5 point something.
That's
though.
not enough. Never mind.
And the second one was steals.
This is true. That is what I
And
said.
that was 2.2?
2.2 steals, yes. 5.1
That's what made me
assists.
think of Chris Paul.
The steals? With the 18 points.
But the assists are way too low.
Well, he didn't have assists on the second stat line.
I do not have assists on the second stat line.
I think with his assist total, that'd be one you have to add.
Yeah. You got to think he took probably the next most prevalent stat and put it up there, being assist over steals. You got to think they're going to be similar position players. Has been kind of the reoccurring
I think it's
theme.
two guards.
Oh, you saw food.
And they're both current players.
Oh, this player was current. Thank you,
D'Angelo Russell.
Not a bad pick. 18 points, 5 steals a game, 10 assists.
5 assists. That's kind of who I was thinking of for that one. I don't know about the steal one, though, with the 18.
The points way too high, but I was thinking Lonzo.
What was the shooting percentage for him again?
We have
Overall, I don't want the 3.
44 for A and 46 for B. So pretty close.
I was going to say they were 3 point, both 37, I believe.
36 and 37. A 36, B 37. So they're in the same ballpark for all of
Yeah.
Joe Harris for the second one. I like D'Angelo for the first one.
So you said Joe Harris and D'Angelo? Okay. So A is Joe Harris, B is D'Angelo. A is D'Angelo, B is Joe Harris. Okay.
I have A as D'Angelo.
Okay. So which one would you take as he's thinking about that?
I don't think it matters with them two, but A.
Okay.
That was a lot better than I thought it would be.
I can't think of the bottom. It's driving me insane because I was like, well, steals is their second thing.
It's not enough information to get a real good guess.
Well, this one has more information.
Yeah.
Well, it's still we got.
But the whole stat line would be, all right, you can help narrow things down by looking at everything.
That's why it's blind risk.
And yeah,
not
giving
you don't need
everything.
everything, because then you can literally go, oh, that's that person, that's this person. Let's
Yeah,
go
but
with that.
you were still choosing for over 400 people.
This is true.
You know what? I'm going to go with Dennis Smith.
DSJ,
Yeah.
he does not average 18 points a game.
I don't fucking know is what I'm saying.
Frank
But
Ntilikina.
I'd take 1 over 2.
Okay, so you said you take 1 over 2, so I'll tell you who number 2 is. Number 2 is CP3.
The steals is what made me think
Think
about
of it. But the assists, you
Yeah.
think you should include that shit.
A is Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, even with his last couple seasons barely playing and not doing much, he's still 18.6 as a career.
See, with CP, I knew it was just roughly his averages for his career, 18 and 2. But I guess not adding assist in there is what,
Through
throw a monkey in the wrench.
All right, so number 4, we have 1 current, 1 retired.
See, that's almost impossible to get.
That's what the.
Well, the first time I did this, you guys got a lot of them.
I think you went a little more stat wise though.
I did 4 or 5 each time. I think 1 I did 6 because they were like so identical.
They were
And I'm just like,
close.
all right, just to prove how identical.
I think that was the
these people
bird
were.
one and
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So with this one, A, 16.7 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 45.7 field goal, 1.6 steals, 83.5 field goal. This one's got a lot as well.
83.5.
That
field goal.
free throw.
Free throw, excuse me.
I know what he meant.
I said field, Jesus Christ. Field goal was 45-4, sorry. Or 45-7, excuse
like, oh shit.
B is also 16.7 points, 6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 48 field goal, 1.2 steals, 77 free throw.
One current, one retired. Kyle Lowry.
Lowry.
I don't know. I know I want to play one more, but I have no idea.
Kyle Lowry, Gary Payton. Gary Payton 1, Kyle Lowry 2.
Not enough points.
I don't fucking know. I'm taking a shot. I'm shooting my shot. Call me out on it.
No, because that's better than what I would have guessed. So, good shot. Good shot.
That's brutal honesty. I like the honest take. Good job.
I come sit here thinking, I'm like, yeah, it's better than I would have done.
That's just, I'm taking two comparable players, putting them together
I'm
and
going to
saying,
take
fuck
Kyle
it.
Lowry and Tim Hardaway Jr.
All right.
No, Tim Hardaway Sr.
I was gonna say those are 2 current players.
Yeah, is Tim Hardaway Sr. Is Junior really a current player? Really? I mean, really is he?
So you guys wanted which one first?
Hey,
You wanted what was the shooting percentage? No, A had the better free throw percentage. Yes, A.
Okay. So you both want A.
Yeah, it's
You
Gary
both
Payton.
chose Jimmy Butler
Oh.
Jimmy
with
Bucket.
16.7 points, 5 boards, 3.5 assists, 45-7 field goal, 1.6 steals, and 83.5 free throw. V1 was 16.7 points, 6 boards, 4.1 assists, 48 free field goal, 1.2 steals, and 77 free throw. Was the person who drinks Sprite, Grant Hill.
Grant Hill. Can't believe he still averaged that many points.
Yeah.
I remember when he came back and was like off the bench for the Suns.
He did have a
though.
13,000 year career.
Yeah, that would lower the average, though.
No, because all he got to do is he wasn't playing a lot. Like towards the last 3 seasons, he played one game, scored 12, and played another game, scored 17, and then played for 15, 16 games.
That's true.
You disappeared.
Yeah, he played.
19
Pivot.
seasons.
Pivot.
So in 98-99.
Friends reference.
Yeah. In 98-99, he played 50 games. In 99-2000, he played 74 games. That was after playing 70, 80, 80, 81. Then it went to 4 in 2000, 2001, 14 in 01, 02, 29 in 02, 03, 0 in 03, 04, back up to 67 in 04, 05. Then we had 17, 64, 68, or excuse me, 21, 65, 70, 82, 81, 80, 49, 29. Those are all his.
Take that.
Those are all the games he played in the season.
Take that for statistics.
Take that for data.
Statistics.
Data.
Statistics.
It was data.
I know, but
No,
statistics.
it was data.
Statistics.
No, it was data. No, it was data. No, it was data. I'm smacking Mike again.
Smack my
So
mic.
who
Smack my mic
remembers
up.
that he played in the Clippers this last season?
Who, Grant Hill?
Yeah.
I know he drinks Sprite.
No more. He drinks Diet Sprite now.
Oh,
I completely
is he?
forgot.
Yeah.
Sprite Zero.
I completely forgot in his last season he played for the Clippers. He played 29 games, averaged only 3.2 points.
I did not know that.
Yep, completely forgot about that. Yeah, because his last, after he came back from that whole injury, 19-7, 15-1, 14-4, 13-1, 12, 11-3, 13-2, 10-2, 3-2.
3-2.
That was his averages points per game.
I'd average 3.2 points a game.
I'd average, I don't care, just to be at the game watching it from a front row seat and
Listen,
get paid for that
the
shit.
league
Fuck
minimum-
yeah.
The league minimum? What the league minimum is? It's like $500,000.
Hey, again, getting paid to watch NBA from a front row fucking
No,
seat.
you got to practice and stuff too.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
I will put in the fucking work if I get to watch an NBA game, front row seat,
No,
and getting paid to do it.
It's 80.
With these slight off chance, hey, I think I put in a game for 1 or 2 times.
No, that's 82 games. I can't commit to that long. It might be something on TV I want to watch that night.
My phone's sitting right on the fucking bench.
See, you get fined for that, and I'm not paying the fine. And I don't believe in direct deposit, so I'm going to the bank every week with a $70,000 check.
That ain't gonna work.
So yeah, too much work for me.
Oh, breaking news just right now. Patriots starting center David Andrews rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with blood clots in the lungs.
That sucks.
Smoke that jewel pod.
Blood clots in the lungs, though. Oof. Oh, and Daniel Cormier's father just passed away.
No, that sucks. Thought I had to drop somebody.
Oh yeah, I got Tom Brady now.
Aaron's got Tom Brady.
Howard is on a summer. Dwight Howard. Oh yeah, how do you guys feel about Dwight Howard going to the Lakers?
I like the pickup for them.
I mean, you could try it again.
Dwight Howard is on a summer contract will earn $14,490 every day he's on the roster starting October 21st.
I like the pickup for them.
It's not. I mean, you don't need a lot around the two they
You
got.
need him to
there.
rebound and block shots.
Basically,
Before
stay healthy.
and before kickoff of week 1, Julio's contract should be done.
It hit her and it went in.
What you do?
I threw the toy and
Hit
it
Bella
bounced
and
off
then went to
Bella's
the
face and
basket.
went into the basket.
Oh, is that why Bella's like
Yeah.
lurking all over there?
So Bella's ready to fuck Keith up.
Yeah, I think so.
Motherfucker hit me with that shit.
All right.
You almost put it in yourself.
I was trying to.
No.
Off the bounce.
Oh, I was gonna say, but you missed pretty far on the.
Trying to like bounce and hope it flies
Oh,
in.
you're hoping one of those.
Bella's in your mouth.
Did you throw it?
Where'd it go, Daddy? Where'd it go?
Zoomies.
Don't. Please, no.
Team Mizumi?
I like that show.
All right. You guys ready for the movies?
Million voice.
Yeah. Gotta bring in movie voice here. Well, we missed last week, so.
Once upon a time in band camp,
Okay.
I shoved up.
Drop it.
So this is the part of the show where movie voice comes in and we talk about movies that are coming out this coming weekend,
On YouTube.
and we say whether we want to watch it in the theater, which doesn't happen too often, Redbox or Netflix type thing, or some variation of.
She got it.
That's a no. Some variation of no.
I'll watch it when it gets to YouTube.
You can watch it.
No, not YouTube Plus
Disney
or
Plus.
YouTube TV. I'm watching it when it gets to regular old YouTube
Oh, no.
pirated bull stuff.
No, there is.
I can't find those.
No, you can, but they usually get taken down pretty quick.
You usually have to watch it in segments.
I can't find those.
Or you get those people. I used to watch live streams of people who would just put the video game controller in their hands, be recording themselves, and be on the corner of the screen that you can watch whatever they're actually like basketball games.
Yep.
They're playing. They're pretending like they're playing 2K,
Yep.
and it's an actual basketball game on the TV.
Yep, there was one guy who kept making new channels and doing that with UFC pay-per-views.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah, but he's sitting there pretending he's playing it as a game.
So that it'll stay up.
That just sounds stupid though.
Yeah, but they usually picked up on it, and they never could do another broadcast again. But they usually would get away with one.
I watched the NBA Finals that way. I ain't even kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually have it on mute, so you can't hear it.
Yeah, and then they say stuff like,
Yeah.
"Oh, did you see that play?
Yeah.
Oh, I see that replay."
That's dedication.
They get a lot of followers that way, though.
I don't like none of you guys enough to do that.
All right, here we go.
I flip through channels too much while I'm watching stuff.
First movie is a drama, fantasy, horror, mystery, thriller. All of those. After a man's family dies in what appears to be a murder, he gets a phone call from one of the dead, his niece. He's not sure if she's a ghost or if he's going mad, but it turns out he's not. Starring Byron.
So he's not what, a ghost or going mad?
Don't know. Starring Byron Mann, Storm Reed, McKinley Williamson,
Is this that Blumhouse one?
and then David Oyemuwo, Don't Let Go.
Yes, Blumhouse.
I'll probably watch this eventually.
Yeah, I might catch it eventually. I have no intentions on trying to see it.
So that's a no? Okay, so that's a no from him. Now.
It's on YouTube.
That's just how it bounces.
God, this next one, the names are going to kill me.
King Chong Chong.
Next is an action thriller. The story is about a power battle which is taking place in the higher echelons of power, unrelated and unconnected episodes occurring in different parts of the globe, intertwined in an unforeseen manner to the revelation of mind games. The story delves the audience into the game of a brilliant mastermind to reveal the true nature of all that are involved. It challenges the perceptions of who is the hunter and who is the hunted. It blends in a thrilling story with commercial elements of storytelling to deliver a high-octane action entertaining, appealing to all the segments of the audience. Starring Prahanamas, Shraddha Kapoor, Manindra Bedi, and Jacqueline Fernandez. Sahu.
What?
Oh, I checked out a long time ago.
That was a very long description.
Yeah.
The only thing longer than that description.
Was the no I'm about to tell you.
Touche.
Sprinkle some crack on it.
That was the first one.
That was the first one. Ow, that's my finger.
That's what she said.
Next is a comedy. A pair of sisters find out that the mother they thought was dead is alive and starring in a soap opera.
Porn.
Nice.
That'd be an interesting movie.
Starring Linda O'Rose, Alec Baldwin, Ben Betcher, and Blake Barris. Lots of B's. Before you know it.
A lot of no's from me.
He's gonna watch it. That's a yes from Keith.
When it's done,
Next is a sport.
I'll just watch YouTube summary of it.
It's listed as sport. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's a sport?
Just a sport movie.
Game sport.
After surviving an IED explosion in combat overseas, a young soldier with the Army Motorcycle Unit is medically discharged with a broken back and leg. Against all odds, he trains to make an impossible comeback as a motocross racer in order to support his family. Starring Michael Roark, Trace Atkins, Ali Afashar, and Allison Page, Bennett's War.
Fuck no.
I will give you a war.
Is this technically really a sports movie? Is motocross really that much of a sport?
I think that's about as much as a sport as
Esports.
golf is. Keith did it.
Sniper.
Or race car driving.
It's true. What the hell is this?
Esports are considered sports now. So.
Oh my lord. Oh, I'm looking at these next two and it's giving me a headache.
And it sounds like he's watching porn. Oh my lord.
So, here's the next one. It's a comedy.
Where's your car?
Adon is a charming seducer who believes he knows how to make any woman swoon. He prepares to teach his friends the art of conquering women, using his array of bulletproof rules of seduction. Mia is an ambitious producer that dreams of having her own TV show on women empowerment called Todos Khan. A strategic guide to dating that teaches you just how to hook a man and have him eating from the palm of your hand in no time. Mia and Adon, cross paths at a bar one fateful night, and from
Keith did it.
And from there, the game is an all-out battle of the sexes. But as they test their finely honed seduction strategy on one another, both find that sometimes the more you play hard to get, the harder you may end up falling. Holy balls! Starring Martha Agreta, Omar Chaparro, Mauricio Baranitos, and Miriam Hegreta. Todd @S. Khan. I'm not joking. There's an @ symbol in the middle of this fucking title.
I don't want to have no conversation on
I
this.
think it's Totus Khan, but it's an @ symbol.
Twitter?
It's that Totus Khan like that girl has, and I'm still in movie voice for some fucked up reason. This movie sounds terrible.
I don't know what sounds terrible. The idea of ever seeing this movie.
I can agree. I can totally agree.
Next is
ever.
Ever?
Forever ever seemed like yesterday. Coming up next, thriller fantasy animation. Oh God.
Ranimation.
Yes, Thrantisamation. That worked.
New genre.
That actually worked. The Primus extracts a mixed Juan bread into spirit beads and a demon bead. That's the demon bead.
So, I mean, they're not your average size anal beads when they're called the demon bead.
Those are the ones. They got spikes on it. The spirit bead can be reincarnated into human to help King Zhao establish a new dynasty. The demon bead will create a devil and harm human. Niza is the one who should be the spirit bead hero, but he becomes a devil incarnate because the spirit bead and the demon bead become switched. Starring Yantin Liu, Joseph, Mohan, Huan Chen. The name of the movie is Niza.
The name of me saying this is No Way.
That was a very quiet no. Next! Next is a crime drama mystery thriller. Mo Diamond is a New York City money launderer who wakes up with no memory and millions of dollars in stolen cash and drugs. He must soon scour the streets and search for answers while trying to dodge a crew of violent and crooked cops. Starring Liam Hemsworth, Emery Cohen, Diane Guerrero, and Zlatko Burek. Killer Man.
I'm more likely to see Miley naked in my bed than watch a movie like this. Nice switch.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't.
I figured since you had to play off. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
I liked it.
Good job, you guys. Good job. You guys are great.
Ow.
Great.
When did 7-year-old Brad get here?
You guys are swell.
1957-year-old Brad.
You guys are swell.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is still 7-year-old Brad.
Shit's getting awkward again.
Oh my God!
That's how much he says no to that last one.
Oh,
That's a little wet.
that sounded it.
No, it definitely.
It's a good thing your
sounded
chairs are already brown. My God.
right. Glad you brought your brown chairs.
See, you brought the white pants.
Bad choice.
And now, here we go with the top 10 movies of the week. We didn't get to talk about the ones that came out last week, so we technically could do that.
I didn't come out last week.
You came out years ago, don't worry about it. The one that was number one this past weekend, $21.4 million. Wow, that's it. The number one movie made $21.4 this past weekend.
Summer's over, man.
Wow. Angel Has Fallen. That was the number one movie. What are you watching, porn?
Just pictures.
Porn.
No, there were pictures, but
Okay.
Some tickle bitties.
it was busting out.
Oh. So they were busting out. Okay.
That's kind of why I said it that way.
Nice. So Angel Has Fallen was number one with $21.4 million. That's the
Actually, I saw the other one.
Olympus Has
Olympus Has
Fallen,
Fallen.
and what's the other one? This is the third one.
I saw one of them.
Something Has Fallen, and now Angel Has Fallen.
I haven't seen any of them.
I saw one of them. Whichever one had Jamie Foxx in it.
The second one did.
That's the one I saw.
Or no, wait, did the first one have Jamie Foxx in it?
I don't
Oh yeah, the first one had Jamie Foxx in it.
That's the only
Whatever.
one I saw.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Movie that was in second place made 11.6 over the weekend, 41.9 total. Good Boys.
I do want to see this.
I do want to see it too.
I'm going to see this. Actually, you know what?
Hey, Red.
Yeah, I'm thinking about planning a date night. She owes me a date night. She's taking me to the movies this weekend. Yep, I'm going to see it if it's in my sync. I'm going to check right now.
There you go. In third place, 8.1 million. It's actually a movie I don't think I ever heard of, so I have to click on this just to see what the hell it's about. Third place, 8.1 million. It's a movie called Overcomer. We weren't here last week, so
I can't wait to hear this shit.
it's a drama of a high school
I'm sure it is.
of a high school basketball coach who volunteers to coach a troubled teen in long distance running. So it's a sports movie as well.
Yep, it's there. She's taking movies this
Oh, you're gonna watch Overcomer? Okay.
Oh, what, huh?
God, you walk into that thing and she's gonna be like, "What are we going to?"
She's gonna divorce me.
No, she's gonna.
Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
In fourth place,
Camera still on? Yeah. Yep. Probably change the battery, doesn't it?
I mean, I'm still at 69%. I've had it all day. I mean, it's legit the number though.
I'd have laughed if as you turn it to 68 and he would have been like,
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Oh, light that shit on fire then. Let's go.
We should probably go outside before we do that.
Again.
Shit has become KFI'd.
Nice.
In fourth place, 147.6 total, 8 million over the weekend. Hobbs and Shaw.
I do want to see this, but it's gonna definitely be on.
Yo.
It comes out.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably eventually watch it because it's gonna be an action film that I'm just gonna be like, meh. Sound.
I've seen every one of the other ones, so.
I checked out like 3 ago.
I checked out.
Actually, the last one was really good.
I checked out like 7 ago.
And it had Charlize Theron in it.
Oh, that picks me back up a little bit. I didn't know she was in those.
I get a little wiggle. We got a little
She's
wiggle.
the main protagonist.
Oh. Well, she is the protagonist of my antagonist, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. A lot of the shit in the movie, you're like, really? Come on, dudes, really? But
Did you see the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw?
it looks
Like, really? Come on, dude. Really?
What?
2 guys running down fucking skyscraper
Alright,
or some
guys,
shit like
understand,
that.
they shot a missile out of a sub, and he catches it, kinda.
No, I know. I watched it.
So you know the scene I'm talking about on
Yes.
on the ice.
With the fucking.
So
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I am perfectly okay with not.
no, if you just want a dumb action movie,
Yeah.
100% is what it is.
yeah.
All the Fast and the Furious movies are dumb action
The
movies,
first
to
one
be
was
honest.
really, really good.
Honestly, I can.
The second one I thought was terrible. That was the Tokyo Drift one. I
I think
hate
that was the third one.
whatever one Tokyo. I thought that was either second or third, but whatever one that was where I was starting to. That was where I really started checking out.
Because the second one is when they introduced Luda.
And that's the thing is the third really didn't have a connection until recent.
When they brought the Asian guy over for the fifth,
Yeah.
who died,
Yeah.
who I liked.
Well, wasn't it Paul Walker's brother? That was the guy in Tokyo Drift with Bow Wow.
Fuck if I know.
I think that's who it is. Because I think that's where that connection comes in later in the movies too. Like Paul Walker's brother in real life, and they have him as a brother or whatever.
Is it? I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Anyway, fifth place, 510.6 overall, 8 million over the weekend. The Lion King.
I can't wait to see that shit again. You can get Disney Plus just for that shit. No, Oh, no. I can't wait to see that in Aladdin again.
I want to see Aladdin.
Next movie is a movie.
Coming out on digital. I think they're having
I don't do all
a
that.
showing in Messina though for end of summer.
I don't care.
I think it's this weekend. They're
I don't care.
showing Aladdin though
I don't care.
for fucking free.
I'm getting Disney Plus.
But this is free.
That's gonna be free for me. You understand?
Oh, okay.
It's that F word.
It's my favorite price, but you also got to put up with a whole bunch of people.
I know, but they gonna have like snow cones, fried bread dough, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but you got to put up with people.
It's an alcohol free one, I think. I know.
Oh, Jesus.
I might show up for the free food.
I think you got to pay for the food.
I think you gotta pay for the food.
Again, I don't. Aaron does.
Oh.
I have free food.
next is a movie I really want to watch. It made 11 million total, 8 million over the weekend.
Now I need to know what it is.
Ready or not?
Here I come.
You can hide. I'm gonna find you.
Wait, which one is that?
Take
No, that's hide and
it
seek. Ready or not, which one
slowly.
is that?
That's the one where the girl gets married and they play a game. Like the family plays a
I thought that was
game.
hide and seek.
No, hide and seek's the older
Yeah, and that was Robert De Niro was in
Yeah.
it too. Elizabeth
Niro,
Banks.
Oh, well, do they play hide and seek in this movie?
Yeah, like,
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm interested. This will be one of the ones I watch. Like, I just watched it today, the first one.
Yeah.
So
Wait. The first one or the remake of
the remake.
Okay.
I just watched it, and I've had it on my DVR.
Because I was gonna say, you saying you just watched it, the first one. It's like, well,
Yeah.
wait.
I thought this movie. I thought it was horrible.
I actually just brought up today that I haven't seen a movie that I used to idolize as a child, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
love it.
Nice.
I have not watched it as an adult because I refuse to ruin the experience I had as a child.
Yeah, the movie. I watched it tonight, and it's
trust
like-
me, to me, it doesn't ruin anything. For
Again,
me.
I had to-
know, but I
had to
totally
fucking
enjoyed
love
that.
I had to
film.
keep pausing it to go to the bathroom, but I'm like, this movie's horrible.
Killer Clowns?
No.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
The
I was gonna say that's the point of Killer Clowns. It is
Not
kind of
horrible.
horrible.
Oh, she needs water, mama.
Next in 7th place with 27.1 total, 6.4 over the weekend. Second weekend out, Angry Birds 2.
I didn't watch Angry Birds 1.
8th place, third weekend out, 50.4 total, 5.9 over the weekend. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I do want to watch that, but it's going to be when it comes on.
Same here. Because I loved the show when I was younger.
I've never seen the show.
Yeah.
I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark was a good show too.
I've never seen it.
Coming in 9th place in its third weekend out, made 43.2 total, 5.3 over the weekend. Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
No, I don't want to watch that. Period.
I can't believe that fucking movie made 43.2 already.
So all those weirdos want to see Dora.
You see the teenage version of Dora.
Oh, you can't see me. Never mind.
Wait, what are they doing?
Shit was getting creepy.
I thought you were turning into the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
The grumpy old troll
I'm thirsty hundos.
who lives under the bridge.
I swear to God, if I see Danny DeVito's in this movie, I know what character he's playing.
I think that's what that troll was based off of.
He's such a curmudgeon. And in 10th place over the
He's a
weekend,
chode.
in its fifth
He's a
weekend,
chode of people.
his fifth weekend out, 5 million over the weekend, 123.2 total. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No.
I do want to see it.
You want to know what happened once upon a time in Hollywood? A whole bunch of shit that we don't want to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong.
Way to end on a somber note, fucker.
Way to end on an amazing note. Angel Has Fallen was in 3,286. The number one movie is only in 3,200. That's the first time that's been around for a while.
It only made 21 mil.
I know.
It doesn't have to be in a lot of theaters to make 21 mil.
Yeah, but
I didn't get $21.
since basically Easter, every number one movie's been in over 4,000 theaters.
Well, I mean, when you're all Disney, you can afford that shit.
True. Good Boys is in 3,353. The Lion King's still in 3,300. Hobbs and Shaw in 3,312. Overcomers in 1723. Ready or Not in 2855. Angry Birds 2 is in the most amount of theaters in 3,869. Dora in 2843. Scary Stories 2827. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2209. 47 Meters Down on Occasion in 2883. The Peanut Butter Falcon in 986. The Art of Racing in the Rain 2040. Blinded by the Light 2307.
I hear Peanut Butter Falcon, and every single time I hear it, all I think of is bench warmers.
It's peanut butter and jelly time.
No, bench warmers with the guy who has the peanut butter sculptures and.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually really want to watch Peanut Butter Falcon.
I know.
I've seen
that
like
wrestling.
eight. I've seen like 8 trailers for it. And I'm like, oh, it actually looks funny. In 1008, Spider-Man: Far From Home. Isn't that on DVD?
I don't think that's on DVD yet.
Okay. Where'd You Go, Bernadette in 2306. Toy Story 4 still in 802. That's made 426 million now. The Farewell is in 816. Mission Mangal in 263 yesterday. Still kicking around.
Missionary style.
438. Made 72.3 million now. The Kitchen in 620. Wow, that didn't do well at all. That's the Melissa McCarthy movie.
I wonder why.
11 million. That's all it's made.
It looks horrible.
Loose is in 100 and or Lucé, however you want to pronounce that, is in 160. Secret Life of Pets 2 still in 185. Aladdin still in 185.
That's on digital download this weekend.
Brittany Runs a Marathon. Brittany Runs a Marathon just came out. Is only in 5, so it must have been limited release. 5 theaters. Actually, that's coming. That's going to be an Amazon movie, isn't it? No, it goes nationwide in 2 weeks.
I don't know what I've been told.
Brian Banks in 220. Crawl still in 143. John Wick 3 is still in 129. Rocket Man is in 118. Tel Aviv on Fire is in 37. Annabelle Comes Home still in 116.
Can't wait to watch Rocket Man. You know, just Will Shatner singing Rocket Man
I'm a Rocket Man.
on stage.
Men in Black International is still in 100 theaters.
Men in Black Men is still in theaters.
It is. One Child Nation, 34. Avengers Endgame still in 115. Still raking in 13,000 on Friday,
That's on
22,000 on Saturday, and 15,000 on Sunday.
And that's on DVD.
Yeah. Midsommar, which they just re-released like an NC-17 version, is in 44 theaters. Honeyland in 36. Mentor in 58. Stuber still in 75. It only made 22.3. Fiddler, a miracle of miracles in 7. The Nightingale in 51. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Isn't that on DVD? I think that's on DVD.
It's gotta be.
I was gonna say it's got to be closed. I know my son still says, "Oh, hey, look at all the toys every time you walk by me in Walmart." But
That's in 64. The Death and Life of John F. Donovan in 25. That just came out this weekend. Marianne and Leonard, Words of Love in 43. Biggest Little Farm in 16. Echo the Canyon in 20. Wild Rose in 24. The Bravest in 2. Brunel in the Labyrinth of the Turtles is in 2. End of the Century is on 1. Sword of Trust 14. Jesus, how many fucking movies were out this week? The Fighting Preacher in 27. Late Night in 13. Vita and Virginia in 1. The Other Side of Heaven. Fire of Faith is in 16. The Brothers Love in 4. Free Trip to Egypt in 1. Meeting Gorbachev still in 3, which has been in, I think, 5 was the most I've ever seen. Suburban Birds in 1. And Them That Follow in 4 theaters, and that made $103 on Sunday.
that's awesome money.
I mean,
Big money.
hey, it's made $158,000 total, so that's $160,000 more than I have. So anyway, that's it for the show, I guess. Nothing else.
I can't think of nothing else.
All right.
I don't have any breaking news.
All right.
You never have any breaking news.
Fly ball.
You're fired.
Caught.
Breaking news: Browns release Jalen Strong.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't get that.
It literally just came through as I pulled my phone out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. Again, thank you for yesterday. That was a very successful episode. You're listening here, Spreaker.com/show/NauticalPodcast, Facebook.com/NauticalPodcast, on that Twitter thingy at NauticalPod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Nauticlu is the first word. Podcast is the second. Instagram at NauticalPodcast. So that's it, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm not.
That's CD.
Yes, we Kenneth.
And that is the intern, Kenneth. Have a good one, everybody.
Not a